Today, we're talking about something that goes way beyond the blank page. We're going to explore how a new kind of AI can completely change the game for how we learn, how we process information, and, how we actually create things. So let's jump right in.
Does this look familiar? I mean, seriously. You've got a dozen tabs open, a mountain of PDFs you're supposed to read, and a watch later list that's a mile long. We are all swimming in this constant fire hose of information, and honestly, it can be totally overwhelming.
And look, this isn't just a feeling. It's the reality of how we work and learn now. It's what you could call the information deluge, and it has a real cost, not just on our time, but on our ability to actually focus on anything. Take a look at this number. 23 minutes and 15 seconds. So according to a study from the University of California, Irvine, that's how long it takes, on average, to get back on task after just one single interruption. Think about that. Every notification, every time you switch tasks, it costs you nearly half an hour of focus. And that leads to this huge question, right? We're consuming more information than ever before in human history, but are we understanding more? Is any of this actually sticking and turning into knowledge we can use? Or is it just noise? That's the problem we're going to tackle. So the solution isn't just another note-taking app. It's a completely new way of thinking. Imagine an AI that isn't just scraping the entire internet, but instead acts as your own personal expert. An expert that is focused only on the material you provide. Think of it less like a tool and more like a research partner. And that brings us to this really key idea, source-grounded AI. This is what makes tools like Google's NotebookLM so different. It doesn't just make stuff up or, hallucinate. It builds its entire knowledge base only from the documents you feed it. That means every answer, every summary, every idea is tied directly back to your materials. And what can you put in this personal library? Well, just about anything. We're talking PDFs, Google Docs, transcripts from your favorite YouTube videos, audio files from meetings, web links. Basically any text you can copy and paste. You can literally build a custom brain for any topic you can imagine. Okay, so you've got this incredible new partner. How do you actually use it well? Let's look at how this whole approach can plug into proven, science-backed learning methods to help you do more than just read faster. It helps you learn deeper. Learning scientists have known for a long time that passively rereading your notes is, one of the least effective ways to study. It feels productive, but it's not. The real key to long-term memory is active learning, forcing your brain to actually work to recall and connect information. So let's look at the first strategy, and it's a real powerhouse: retrieval practice. All this means is actively trying to pull information out of your memory, instead of just staring at it on a page. And this image shows it perfectly. That feeling of struggling to remember something, that's actually a good thing. It's strengthening the neural pathways for that memory. It's exactly like exercising a muscle. The more you force yourself to retrieve it, the stronger that connection gets. So how does our AI partner help with this? Oh, it's so simple, it's almost silly. You just upload your class notes or articles and then give it a simple prompt like, create a quiz for me based on these sources. And bam, in seconds, you have a personalized practice test that forces you to do that active retrieval. No more spending hours making flashcards by hand. All right, our next super effective strategy is called elaboration. This is all about asking yourself how and why questions to link new information to stuff you already know. It's about building this rich web of connections around a new concept. And again, our AI partner makes this almost effortless. Let's say you're trying to get through a really dense academic paper. Just upload it and ask something like, explain the core idea here as if I'm a total beginner. The AI will cut through the jargon and help you build those connections, making that whole process of elaboration so much easier. But this is not just about studying for a test. I mean, that's great. But the real magic starts to happen when you shift from just understanding information to actually creating something new with it. Check out this prompt. This is a real-world example, right? A marketer uploads a bunch of campaign reports and internal docs and just asks the AI to whip up a conversational script. And this is the game changer for productivity. This isn't just a boring summary, it's a first draft. It takes all that scattered, messy information and turns it into a structured, creative piece of work. The AI does the heavy lifting, which frees you up to focus on making it great. I absolutely love this example from a user on Reddit. They took an entire fantasy book series, turned it into their own personal knowledge base, and now they use it as an AI companion to explore the world and the characters while they reread the books. How cool is that? It just shows how personal and creative you can get with these tools. And that right there, that perfectly sums up this idea of a second brain. It's an external, searchable, intelligent extension of your own mind. It's built from the stuff that actually matters to you. It remembers all the little details so you can focus on the big ideas. So you might be wondering, who is this for? Well, the applications are just massive. A writer could check for plot holes across an entire novel. A lawyer could instantly spot the differences between two contracts. A project manager could get instant action items from meeting notes. And of course, a student can create study guides on the fly. The core idea is the same, turning your documents into intelligence you can act on.
So where is all of this going? This isn't just about a cool new piece of software. It's about finding a way to do deep, meaningful work in an age that is designed to distract us. It's about reclaiming our focus. And this quote by Paul J. Meyer just hits the nail on the head. The AI is an incredible tool for that intelligent planning and focused effort, but it's not a magic button. It's an amplifier for our own commitment and our own intentions.
Now, of course, we've got to be realistic. To get great results, you have to write good, precise prompts, and, this is crucial, always double-check the AI's output against your original documents. And you gotta know the limits, right? It's amazing with text, but it's not gonna process a spreadsheet for you, at least not yet. You have to think of it as a very powerful, but still experimental partner. So, I want to leave you with this one final thought. These tools are getting unbelievably good at handling the what. Summarizing information, finding facts, organizing notes, and that frees up our human brains to focus on the much more important question, the why. Why does this matter? What new thing does this make me think of? What story can I tell with this? And that, my friends, is where the real adventure begins.